Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Yoga Stretch. Today we're going to be focusing on hips, opening up in the hip joint, as well as stretching some of the structural muscles within the hip joint. Working on the piriformis. So if we've been doing any squats lately, sitting a lot at your desk, this will help. But just as a reminder that it is advised that you or any of your family members joining this session always consult a physician before starting any exercise session at all, whether it's wellness yoga or traditional exercise, especially if you have any known medical conditions or if you're pregnant. If you experience any dizziness or feel faint during this class, please stop immediately. We're not able to assume liability for accidents or injuries. So here we go. We're going to start this session right now. I'd like you standing on your yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, certainly use a thin carpet. I don't want you tripping over something that's too bulky. We're going to stand nice and tall. We're going to take a deep breath in as we lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, lower them down, sliding the shoulders down away from your ears towards one another, lifting the chest up. Inhale, lift all the way up. And now take it down again, feeling that space surrounding your movements, your limbs, your arms, feeling, engaging into the breath. Lift all the way up. Slide the shoulders down. Exhale. I'm going to turn side, so I'm going to go right into the forward fold as I lift up. Hands comes forward, bending forward. Keep your knees slightly bent, especially having any known back issues. Lengthen up, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Hold the fold here as you lift the edge of your sits bones up to the ceiling. Just warming up here modifies through a little bit of the sun salutation. Just as a warm up, take the right leg step back and anchor the left into your armpit, aligning your knee to your second toe, stretching out the back leg. Head is aligned, an extension of your spine. So the crown of your head, if you were to draw a line right down to here, it is a straight line, but on a diagonal. From there, you're going to take the front leg to the back and meet into that plank. Now we're going to lower down. You're going to go from the cobra if you're lish, or right up to your upward facing dog. Shoulders are down and back. Breathing deep. You can pivot through your knees or roll through the toes up into your downward facing dog, lifting the edge of your sits bones right up to the ceiling, drawing in from your abdominals. Just stretching a little bit, getting warmed up through the major joints, your shoulders and your hips. In this position, we're going to take the opposite foot forward into a front-facing lunge. So basically, we switch legs. Just getting good opening into that opposite hip now. Anchoring the knee into the elbow, the knee under the, the armpit there. Always keeping it aligned. From there, as we inhale, we're going to take the front leg to the back into that plank, and we're going to lower down once again into your upward facing dog, or into more of a modified position to your cobra. From here, pivoting through the knees or the toes, lift into your downward facing dog as you contract and pull in through the abdominal muscles, your mula bandha. Spreading the feet just a little bit here, turning the toes slightly inward and the heels out. Get a good basening into your ischiums, the pelvic floor. From there, straighten the feet and then walk your hands or your feet towards one another. Hop it up or walk and roll it up, stacking the vertebrae one on top of another, rolling the shoulders. Take a deep breath in, lift those arms back up again. Exhale to a forward fold. Again, keep those knees soft, slightly bent. Inhale, lift the fold up. Exhale, fold deeper. Holding onto the floor, if not your calf, your thighs, or books or blocks if you have. Inhale, breath, take your right leg back again into that lunge. Again, now focusing into the hip here. Really stretching it. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then I'd like you to rotate to the back wall, but the back foot stays right up to the ceiling. It does not deviate. From there, turn so your chest is forward, and then you're going to slowly lower and gingerly lower the back knee, lifting up, really opening into the front hip flexors again. You could always stay here. You don't have to keep adding on. I have my right leg back. I'm going to take my right arm up, and I'm going to bend it slightly. From there, I'm going to take that arm down, lowering my torso onto the thigh. Lift the back leg on an inhale. Bring that back leg back again. And then let's bring the opposite foot forward right here, holding into that front lunge position. From there, we're going to lower the back knee again, lifting up. Then I have my left leg back. I'm going to take my left arm up, and I'm going to do a slight bend over to the opposite side. See how much more of a stretch you get into that hip joint. Do what you can. Release it up to vertical. Lower it down as you lower your chest to your thigh. Inhale, breath here. Exhale, lift the back leg. I know I didn't do the rotation before, but we will do the rotation right now. So I'm going to ask you to rotate. Keep that back heel right up to the ceiling. Keeping the front knee aligned to the front second toe. You see I'm pushing with my hand to keep it aligned. Then release it down. From here, take the front leg to the back and step it and only go into your downward dog. Once again, pigeon toe your feet. Open up a little bit deeper into that hip. Then from there, walk or hop your hands together and roll it up slowly. Roll the shoulders back. Step out wide, just a little bit more so. Take a deep breath in. Give me a forward fold, contracting the abdominals deep. Once again, from here, take your right hand to your left ankle, and you can do that a little bit of a rotation, bringing your chest to your thigh, keeping your hand on your hip or all the way up. Your feet are quite wide. Now, from here, release the top arm, but you're going to now do a front-facing side lunge right here. So I lower my hips. Now, if it's uncomfortable holding the hand there and you want to keep it on the ground, by all means. And I'm going to rotate my torso just a little bit, increasing the stretch. Release. From here, straighten the legs. Take the left to the right ankle. Your right arm stays on the hips or all the way up. Then we're going to bend that leg. I'm going to do that shift over again. Right now, my chest is facing the thigh, and then I'm going to rotate it a little bit right now. And I'm going to shift it by first straightening the leg, bringing my hands into the center, spreading my feet quite wide, and very gently lowering my hips down onto the ground. If you can't do that, just come down onto the ground. From there, bring your legs together. And we're going to slowly roll down now. Take one leg, extend it out, take the other leg straight on up. You're going to take the foot of that extended leg, you're going to turn it slightly inward, and the direction is towards the opposite arm. And we're going to take the hand and gently glide it there without lifting the hips off the ground. And there, we're going to straighten the leg, we're going to bend the leg and take it right over the body. Now, do not lift the shoulders off the mat. So you're pressing the shoulder blade onto the mat. Look towards the open palm as you reach out with the fingers. Now, I want you to open the hip joint a little bit, and that means just moving that leg down a little bit, moving the knee down. Changes where the occurs. Take it back up, lift it, release the leg down. Let's put the other knee in, extend it up, flex your foot. Turn the foot, the other armpit, gently hold on, opposite arm to leg, holding here. Just hold it here. It is a slight movement. Don't worry, it's not that big. Do what you can. Now turn the foot so it's forward and back. From there, bend it, cross it over the body. Take the other arm, extend it out. You could keep your gaze looking up to the ceiling or turn it towards the open palm. Important thing here is to keep both shoulders right on the ground. Always don't lift. Don't lift those shoulders off the ground. Reach it out through the fingers. And release it down. From there, bring the other knee in, holding it there, then extend it up. Toes are down. Hold this fold. In a lying position, relax your shoulders down. From there, you could continue holding onto the outer shin area, the ankles, or if you could reach your feet, excellent. And then you're going to bring both knees down to a full happy baby. Breathing it out here. And from there, we're going to bring the feet together. We're going to lift it up. Relax the shoulders, bend your knees, and give yourself a little rock and roll up. From there, we're going to come onto all fours. Then we're going to hop onto the feet walk, spread the feet out, and we're going to come down into that wide position with the feet forward, and you're going to press your elbows against the knees. That just in case those knees feel like they want to come in, you want to press them out. Get a good opening. So we're doing somewhat of that happy baby in a standing position, really getting down low in a deep squat, whatever squat you can achieve right here. Just opening up into that hip and take it up. From there, shimmy in the feet, bend your knees, roll it up slowly. Roll the shoulders. We're going to take one leg, we're going to step it behind. We're going to bend the knees ever so slightly. Take a deep breath in. If you have hypertension, high blood pressure, you may want to consider just staying here and reaching over. Or we're going to take it down further, bending the knees even more so. Now we're going to lift the hips up. Now I have my right leg behind, and I'm going to move my hands towards my left side of the body, keeping both heels on the ground. Breathing it out here. Let's move those hands back to the center. Bend the knees, roll it up. Okay, let's do the other side. Take your left foot behind. Take a deep breath in. Bend forward, hinging at the hip joint. From here, lift the edge of your sits bones, your buttocks up to the ceiling, and walk over to the right. And then release it to the center. You're going to then come back up, rolling it up slowly. All right. If you have something to support yourself up against, please do so. Somewhat of a pigeon. Okay, this is your pigeon. And then you're going to squat all the way back down. So if you feel comfortable to release, do so. I'm going to hold on. Really keeping that leg all the way around, right into that full pigeon. Release it up. Let's do the other leg, shall we? Take it, cross. If you can, wrap it around. If not, and come down. And then release it up. From there, come back into the center. Okay. Just bend your knees up a little bit. Roll the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, full forward. Nice and easy, gently right here. Now bend the knees and roll it up slowly. Roll the shoulders. From here, take your hips over to one side, hike. Other side, hike. Take to the center, forward and back. Take it to the center. Deep breath in, lift. Bring your hands down to your heart center. And that is your yoga stretch for this afternoon. Or if you've chosen to do this in the morning, good for you. And it involves all through the hip area. Hope you enjoy that. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.